So this old video of Bernie resurfaced of him going off on the military-industrial complex on the floor of Congress. Actually, you know what? I do not know. This is 1992. I do not know if at the time he was in the Senate yet or in Congress still. My guess is Congress, but you can fact check me on that. I'm not going to pause here to pull it up and take a look, but let me know in the comment section. 1992, was Bernie in the Senate yet or was he in Congress? I think he was in Congress. But here he is going off on the military-industrial complex. This is glorious.
To support the important amendment brought forth by Congressman Dellums and Congresswoman Waters. Sometimes I think that the people in this institution and in the White House are really losing contact and not knowing what's going on with the American people. In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices. And this is what the choice is about. We're spending $270 billion a year on the military, but we don't have a major enemy. I know it hurts your feelings. I know you're upset about it. I know you're hoping and praying that maybe we'll have another war. Maybe somebody will rise up. But it ain't happening. The Soviet Union doesn't exist. The Warsaw Pact is through. Who are you worried about? Iraq? Panama? Who are you worried about? I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt. That's what they want to see. No more B-2 bombers. No more Star Wars. Let's make the quality products we need. Let's invest in American industry. No, I won't yield. The American people want to see our kids educated. They want a Head Start program. They want their kids to be able to go to college. They want to wipe out the fact that 5 million children in this country go to bed hungry. They want child care for their kids. They want decent education. Let's have the guts to give some leadership to this country. The Cold War's over. Let's reinvest in America. Let's support this amendment.
Time of the gentleman.
Damn. This dude was doing his thing when many of you guys were in diapers. Actually, you know what? 88. No, I was 4 years old. You're out of diapers by the time you're 4. Yeah, I was young. I was playing with some action figures, or maybe a Super Nintendo. I don't even know if Super Nintendo was out at that point. But I was playing with my little action figures and whatnot, and that's what Bernie Sanders was doing. And I checked while that was playing there. He was in Congress at the time. In fact, he was just in Congress. He was elected to Congress in 1991, and in 2007, he was out of Congress. So he was in the House of Representatives from 91 until 2007, and then after that, he was in the Senate. But man, he went off there, and that was glorious. Imagine if we had a Washington, D.C. full of Bernie Sanders. We would already look like Sweden, like Denmark. We would have, universal health care. We would have higher wages. We would have free college. We would be a thriving social democracy with a vibrant middle class. We'd have freedom on social issues. I mean, God damn it. You're telling me you're not going to vote for that guy for president? Are you insane? Serious, are you insane? You're not going to vote for that dude? I have no words for you. He was fighting the fight. The rants that I've done on this show about, look at all the money we're wasting on the military budget. It's the next 10 biggest countries combined equal our military budget. Think about that. And none of them are our enemy. So we're wasting all this money on the military, and then meanwhile, our infrastructure gets a grade of D+, actually, to be fair. Half of workers in this country make $30,000 a year or less. We have like 500,000 homeless people. We got all these problems. We're just going to waste money on the military and do this imperial project around the world. I mean, I don't want that. Americans don't want that. Bernie Sanders is our voice in Washington, D.C. And he's always been fighting on this stuff. He was known as the Amendment King because he was always getting these crafty, slick amendments to help the American people through in unrelated pieces of legislation. That's a big part of his legacy, by the way, which is incredibly important because people, oh my God, he didn't get anything done. First of all, even if he didn't get anything done, he did. But just for argument's sake, for a second, let's say he didn't. Would that be his fault that he's the only sane person in what's a giant swamp? Got all these corrupt assholes around him. He's one of the only sane people. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. Bernie Sanders is the last sane person in the world. And they're going to blame him for not getting anything done? No, blame the other assholes who were blocking him every step of the way. But that's not even true, so we don't need to have that conversation. He did get a lot of stuff done. He is the Amendment King. There's a reason why Disney workers today make a $15 minimum wage. Amazon workers today make a $15 minimum wage. There's a reason why Bernie Sanders led the charge on ending the genocide in Yemen. It was him and Ro Khanna who were leading the way. You know who vetoed it? Donald Trump, who's Saudi Arabia's bitch boy. So this guy has been leading. This guy has been fighting. And you see it right there, man, in the 1990s, in 1992. This dude is going off because of our misplaced priorities on the floor of the House of Representatives. That's the guy we need in the White House, and that's what we're going to fight for.